Fire safety, at its most basic, is based upon the principle of keeping fuel sources and ignition sources separate. In order for a fire to start, there must be heat, a source of ignition, fuel, something to burn, and oxygen. The fire is the chemical reaction of all three elements combined. If any of these elements are taken away, then the fire will be extinguished. Essentially, fire extinguishers put out fire by taking away one or more elements of the fire triangle. Classes of fire. There are 6 classes of fire, defined by the material or the cause. It is essential that the class is identified so the risk can be properly evaluated, the firefighting authorities know what they are dealing with, and the correct type of extinguisher is used. Class A, solid material fires. Class B, flammable liquid fires. Class C, flammable gas. Class D, flammable metal. Class E, electrical fires. And Class F, cooking oils and fats. How fire spreads. There are a number of ways in which a small local fire can grow and spread and become serious. Direct contact. Fire will travel across any combustible or flammable material it comes in contact with. Radiation. As a fire increases in intensity, it will give off more heat. Heat can transfer through electromagnetic waves. Objects and materials close to a fire can catch alight if enough radiated heat reaches them, even if there is no direct contact of flames. Conduction. Any materials which can absorb and transfer heat, such as metals, are thermal conductors. Convection. Hot gas and smoke rise above colder air. Ceilings then trap and prevent it moving any higher, which then causes the heat to grow in intensity. The more intense, hot a fire is, the more chance there is of it spreading through radiation or conduction. Flashover. When convection has caused a hot layer of gas to establish, it will then begin to radiate the heat downwards. The temperature in the room will continue to rise, and any combustible materials in the room, such as furniture, will start to burn. Backdraft. A well-established fire has plenty of heat and fuel, but will often lack oxygen if there is no ventilation. This causes the fire to begin to die and fill a room of partially burnt particles in the form of soot. However, if a door opens or window breaks, air will rush into the room. This can then reignite the fire. It is for this reason that no one should ever go back into a burning building. Remember, when escaping from a burning room, it is important to stay as low as possible due to convection. The closer you are to the ceiling, the more intense the heat will be. If you ever suspect a fire on the other side of a door, do not open it. Instead, try to find an alternative means of exit. Arrangements for fire safety include detection and warning systems, firefighting equipment, escape routes and signs, detection and warning systems. Your employer needs to have fire detection and alarm systems installed that are relevant to your workplace. Warning systems will include manual alarm call points. There should be at least one on every floor, more if the area is large, and should be positioned on main escape routes. There should also be automatic fire detection systems in place. These will mainly be smoke detectors, but could be heat detector for use in a kitchen, for example. An audible alarm is usually sufficient, but in some circumstances a visual alarm, such as a flashing light, might be necessary where there will be people who have hearing impairment or where noise-reducing equipment, ear protectors, headphones, etc. Firefighting equipment. These are often fire extinguishers and fire blankets. Firefighting equipment should only be used on small fires that have not yet got out of control. If a fire is spreading, then the priority should be to escape and help others to escape, not to fight it. Escape routes and signs. Clear escape routes to a safe assembly point outside the building should be identified and clearly labelled and signed.